Ada. Enggak, biar rame.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Andini Amelia Ilyas and my friend Tiara Kusuma Dewi and also Alivia Safira. We are from group 11. We will show you about psycholinguistics. First is definition. Psycholinguistics is linguistic and psychological branch. The scientific study of language is linguistic. It involves analysis of language form, language significance, and language, and an analysis of the factors that influence language social, cultural, historical, and political. The study of psychology and neurobiological factors allowing people to acquire, use, and understand language is the psycholinguistics or psychology of language. Psycholinguistics focuses on language understanding and language production. The field of cognitive knowledge is part of psycholinguistics. Next, my friend Tiara Kusuma Dewi will explain the matter.
Okay, the next matter is psycholinguistic according to experts. Some psycholinguistic definition by experts are as follows. The first is from Harley, argues that mental processes language use are studied in psycholinguistics. Second is from Lefort, argued that the study of human speech use and learning is psycholinguistic. The third, from Emon Bach, argued that psycholinguistics is a science which looks at how speakers or users form or build phrases in the language. The fourth is Slobin. It argues that the psychological process involved in uttering the phrases he or she hears during communication and in the acquiring of language skilled by men are described by the psychological person. The fifth is from Chire. The argument is that at the time of speech and at the time of understanding the sentence in the speech, psycholinguistics tries to explain the nature of structure of language and how it is obtained. Essentially, a process of speech generation and understanding exists in communication activities. Next is from Kridalaksana. Psycholinguistics is a science which studies the relation between language and behavior and which allows the acquirement of the knowledge of reason and language in the process of comprehending and producing expression in the form of sentence. The last one is from Emon Bach again. Psycholinguistics is an academy which examines the way speakers or language users actually make or build language phrases. Okay, the next is theories of psycholinguistics. The first is imitation nativism or behaviorist theory. Language has long been thought of a process of imitation and reinforcement. Imitation theory is based on empirical or behavior approach. Children start out as clean slates. And language learning is process of getting linguistic habits printed on this slate. Okay, popular view is children learn to speak by mimicking the sounds they hear around them. Children's responses are strengthened by the repetition, correction, and other responses provided by adults. Second is nativist or initiatinist theory. Behavioralism limitation or linguistic acquiring led to the alternative generative language account the 1916s. Children must be born with an innate capacity for language development. From Noam Chomsky, children have an innate tendency to learn the language, which make it easier than otherwise to learn the first language. Okay, the last one is cognitive theory. Language acquisition must be viewed within the context of children's intellectual development. Linguistic structure will emerge only if there is an already established cognitive foundation. Most influential figure, Genevan psychologist Jean Piaget, who proposed the model of cognitive development. The them concentrates on the relationship between cognitive and language development stages. Okay, the next part will be described by Fia.
4. Important aspect of psycholinguistics. 1. Coinage of term. Psycholinguistic term coinage frequently used by Jacob Robert in 1946 as a result of Nicholas Henry. 2. As a separate branch of study, as a linguistic branch of psychology, the relationship between language and the intellectual is a matter of mutual concern. The principal purpose of psychology is to learn, produce, and understand language in human psychology. 3. Chomskyan revolution. Chomsky posited people have particular innate language ability and our brain hardwired with complex syntaxes, feature like recursion. All people have language skill in human mind. LED is fixed. 4. Work on psycholinguistic. Psycholinguistic works began to plateau in 19th century. Linguistic became prominent. The important psycholinguistic Paul Broca, Charles Hockett, and Willern Level work on it. 5. Area of study. The interdisciplinary nature of psychology is studied in various disciplines such as psychology, cognitive science, and linguistics. In psycholinguistics, there are several subdivisions based on the components of human language. A. The study of language sound concern phonetics and phonology. B. Syntax. C. Semantic. 4. Pragmatic. 6. Methodologies. Psycholinguistic research is mainly carried out in psychological and behavioral experiments. 7. Language acquisition. A. The process by which language develops in people is language acquisition. B. The acquisition of first language concerns language development in children. C. The acquisition of second language focuses on adult language development. D. In history, either nature or nursing as the most important motivator for acquisitions may be emphasized by theories and theorists. 8. Nature versus nurture. A. Nature. Noam Chomsky, he believes that we have an advanced language knowledge in our brain, which is known as atavism. To kids say and use regularly speech patterns as rules for developing new utterance, such as the use of past tense, our word, and with it. B. Nurture. Michael Tomasello believed that children first and foremost acquire language by knowing how others use language. Next. Factors affecting language one acquisition. 1. Physical environment. The material surroundings of a child, example, dog, house, cat, tree, table. 2. Social environment, such as family and neighborhood. 3. Physical and economic research, such as the economical condition of the family. 4. Motivation. It is internal, the need for food, warmth, shelter, constant care, love, and affection. B. External, social interaction, self-expression, and creative behavior. Yes, that's all.
Okay, thank you. That's all from us. Thank you for watching and listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.